What's going on YouTube? It's Maffu here, and today I'll be talking about the future Rise of Kingdoms. These are my 2026 predictions. Now we are about 3/4 through the year, and these are some of the things that I would like to see or that I think that might happen into 2026. Now I've only been playing the game for 1 year, so I don't know if my predictions will be correct or wrong or this and that. But one thing I would like to see is the release of tier 6 troops. I think there's been T5 in the game for I don't even know how long, way before I started playing, and they haven't even released tier 6 or even more levels of the City Hall. You typically get City Hall 25 before KVK 1, but I mean there's so much of the game after KVK 1. I feel like they should add some upgrades to your home base. Now that's one of the things I like about the game the most. I really like that account progression, city building aspect of the game, and I feel like after you KVK 1, that kind of goes away and it's more on commanders, armaments, gear, KVK fighting, which I do like all that stuff, but I do like the city building aspect as well. So I think it could be fun to add some levels to things and add some more research to do and add some more this and that and just make the game more progression. One thing I think they could add is, as you guys know, if you've ever played Clash of Clans has the Knight base. It has an alternate base where it's another city building thing, and you can make a second base attached to your main base, and it doesn't really do much. There's just more stuff over there. I think they could do that for Rise of Kingdoms. Maybe make like a settlement. Oh, you found new land, you found a new territory, go claim it, and you build up a second base that's attached to your main base, and maybe you can use that secondary base as a farm, because the big problem in the game is resources. So I'm kind of just brainstorming what could be an idea, and what I thought was, what if you could make like a secondary farm base attached to your main base? It can't be attacked, it can just provide resources to your main base. It's another account leveling thing, a city building thing, and you can level up that secondary base to give resources to your main base, similar to how Clash of Clans has a secondary base attached to your main base and you still level it up over there. I think that'd be super interesting, and hey, that's a good idea. I think of course they'll add another civilization. When I was playing, they added the Aztecs. I think they could add another one. I don't know what it would be, of course, but hey, I think they could do another one there. Maybe a civilization based on garrisons. I actually don't know if they have one that increases like garrison defense or garrison normal damage. I don't even know. They could do a lot of things. They could do a civilization that buffs normal damage. There's a lot of troop types that do normal damage that could actually take that over, I don't know, what they have at the moment. So that's interesting. I think they've been adding a lot of good game modes. They added Supreme Strife. It looks interesting. I don't know if they'll add another game mode, but I think that what they could do is make Supreme Strife more accessible to lower power players, because at the moment you really have to have like 130 million power to actually play the event and actually, you know, get on a team that plays it. So I think maybe adding multiple brackets or doing this and that to make it more accessible to lower power players would be something they look at in the future. Now, one thing I do want them to do for KVKs is make KVKs shorter. I feel like KVKs lasting over a month and a half is way too long. Maybe lower it down to a month long thing, or maybe even like 25 days. I think that would be a more solid range, because a lot of the time in KVK you're just sitting there doing nothing, and I feel like that would make the game feel faster paced and it'll just feel better for most people. Let me know what you guys think about that one. Now, as you can see, the game has been updating the graphics with the remastered graphics. I think I personally don't like them that much, but I feel like they're heading in the right direction with remastering the map and increasing the graphics. I think they're heading in the right direction. I think they will do some more stuff with that in the future. I could see that happening. I have a prediction for a future game mode. Now, this is obviously not something in the game, but I have played a lot of battle royales in my time, and I feel like it could be fun to make a battle royale game mode where you go around the map and pick up certain buffs, and it's like a roguelike where you get bonuses on your skills and you can get a build. I feel like that could be a good PvP game mode that has like some rewards, but like you don't lose troops or anything. It would be like a Champions of Olympia type game mode, but more battle royale. I feel like that could be really fun. Make a ranked game mode maybe. I think more commanders would go into the museum. Right now, I think the museum is really underwhelming. There's just so many commanders in the game and you can't even use any of them. Okay, let me rephrase that. You can't use a lot of them due to how weak they are. They are not strong in the current meta, and even with some museum buffs on some of the commanders, it's just not enough. a lot of the old commanders need some museum buffs to be viable in today's meta, and I think that would be nice for some people that have the older commanders and don't necessarily have enough gold heads to get all the new commanders, so it could be good for players returning to the game. I think there'll probably be a new KVK map. Now, what that KVK map will be, or the KVK format, I have zero clue, but hey, a whole year, that's plenty of time to make a new KVK map and try it out. Now, talking about KVKs, will the crystal tech go to the new crystal tech for every single KVK? I could honestly see that happening. I know that a lot of people love the new crystal tech. Now, I personally haven't tried it out or played it. As you guys know, my current KVK, the one I'm in and lost, we are using the old tech. So I heard that new tech is really good. I actually haven't even looked at it yet. So once we get to a KVK with it, I'll be checking that out. But currently, I've been using the old tech, and hey, if the new tech is better than that, hey, I'll love to see it. A lot of players are talking about VIP lowering the VIP level for each level. Now, I don't think that would happen, but I could see another VIP level being added. Maybe right below SVIP. Obviously, SVIP players would get it automatically, I guess. But actually, no, I don't think SVIP players would get it automatically. SVIP players has a lot of VIP saved up in the bag. Maybe make a new level under SVIP and then boost SVIP up to the next level. And SVIP will stay cosmetics only, and the new level could be something completely different. Now, one thing that I did not mention but is already happening, Rise of Kingdoms has made a trading website. You can trade accounts on the website. It's an official website partnered with another company, but it's under Rise of Kingdoms' name. I don't know if it's mentioned too much, but that is out there for United States only at the moment. But that is out there. Now, will Rise of Kingdoms continue to grow as a game, or will the player base decline? I say Rise of Kingdom is going to continue to grow. Now, there's a couple reasons why I think so, but as I've been playing, I know there's a lot of new players coming to the game and a lot of players returning. So the only thing that is declining is probably the old players quitting, because, I mean, people end up moving on from the game, of course. But even players that do quit and their accounts go to waste or they get sold off to someone else, new players or the same players that quit make restart accounts, and that is keeping the player base in early kingdom super active. I mean, there's a reason why almost every new early kingdom fills up instantly, even if they're like doing a sleeper process. But the early game kingdoms are super active and super fun to be a part of. That's why restarts are so fun. But that is a thing that is happening in the current early game. Now, I think a lot of good things that are happening are, there's a lot of podcasts. I know Lambeau has a podcast where they discuss what's wrong with the game and send the notes to the developers themselves. And the developers get the notes and they can look through them. And it's really, really good. It's a community-driven change to the game. And if they take the advice, because I've watched the podcast, Solar recommended it to me, and I've watched it, and it's really good advice to the game. I think most of the changes are stellar, perfect, and that could be really, really fun. Now, we're coming up on the 7-year anniversary of Rise of Kingdoms, but I'm thinking to the future. What will happen in 2028 at the 10-year anniversary? That would be crazy. I can't even think about what would happen, but that would be insane. I think a cool thing that they could experiment with is another troop type. Now, a lot of people did not like the siege, the engineering troop type, but I'm kind of considering what if they went on the water. There's a lot of rivers on the map. They could add more rivers, more lakes, and imagine you set up boats and have naval battles in the water. I feel like that could be an interesting thing to test, maybe in a KVK format. I'm not too sure, but hey, these were my predictions for Rise of Kingdoms in 2026. What do you guys think of my predictions? Did I do good or bad? I think a couple of them are super good, especially the secondary farm base attached to your main base. I think that would be really, really good actually for the game, for the resources. And hey, let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace!